Hey guys, Henry here from Product Creation Formula. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to create a book cover for Amazon KDP in PowerPoint. Now before we go ahead and do it, I just want to let you know here at Product Creation Formula, we love to give you tips and tricks to help you create your products quickly and easily. Along with that, we also do product reviews as well as tips on how to make money online. So if that's the sort of thing that interests you, how about you smash that like button, as well as subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever we upload more videos. Okay guys, let's go check it out. Okay, now here we are in Amazon KDP. Now to find this, I'll leave a link down below for this particular page, and it'll be right down below. It's kdp.amazon.com/en_us/cover templates, but don't worry about having to write that down. It will be down in the description when you want it. So what we need to do is scroll up here a little bit so you can see what's going on, and what we're going to do is click on the one that says select an option. You're going to go down here to 8.5 by 11. Now if you watched last week's video, you'll notice that we had created a line rule page. Now if you haven't watched last week's video, I'll leave a link to that in the card above, and then go watch that and come back to this one if you wish to. Now if you remember, last week I created 161 pages. Now what will happen is by default Amazon will round it up to the higher 10, meaning instead of being 161 they'll round it up to 170. So let's go over here to this one here where it says paper color. You've got white, cream and color. Now each one of these are different thicknesses which will affect the spine size. So because it's black and white, we're just going to be keeping it there. Now all we need to do here is download the cover template. Now it'll download it in a zip folder. I want to put that into my desktop, and as you can see it's book cover 8-_5 times 11_BW, which stands for black and white, _170, which is the page size. So we can now hit save. We now know that it's going to be saved under that particular book cover. Now I'm going to shrink this down just a moment. I'll drag this over here, and as you can see I have that there. Now if you already know how to extract, jump to the next section. So we're going to extract here. We're just going to extract all. Then we go here, and then we're going to hit extract. We're going to hit replace. Okay, now we're back here in the next section. We're going to now open this up, and as you can see we have two files here, a PDF and a PNG file. Now we're going to have to open up the PNG file, so we're just going to double click on that so it opens it up. And as you can see it says 8.5 by 11, but then we have a look down here, it says 0.38 for the spine width. Now let's get out a handy calculator. Now what we have here, we have 8.5 by 2 multiplied by 2. Now why do we want to have 2? Well, quite simply because you have two sides to the book. There's no other reason. Then we add 0.38, and that's going to give us 17.38. So we now know that when we go to adjust our PowerPoint slide, it's going to have to be 17.38 inches wide by 11 high. So let's shrink that down, and we go there. Now let's get our PowerPoint up. Now we're starting in a brand new slide. I'm just going to right click here. Well, actually I'm just going to double click on that, and we're going to go over here to the left hand side. I like to right click there, go over here to layout, and go down here to where it says blank slide, and it gets rid of those placeholders for me. Now the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over here to design, and then we're going to here choose a slide size. If you remember we were doing the slide size, you click on here where it says slide size. We're going to hit custom slide size. Now over here we go up here and we highlight over the top of that, and it was 17.38, and this one will be 11. And then we hit make sure it's in inches, not pixels, and we hit OK. We want to make sure it ensures fit, and this is what we want. Now next thing we need to do is we need to go back to the Home tab, and we're going to be adding a rectangle. Now we have a reason for adding this rectangle. It's going to highlight over the top of that, and we now go like that, copy that there. Now we're going to be changing the color of this font, this color. I'm going to go here, and I might put it to there, but I also want to change the color of that. So to change that, I want to go down here to more fill colors, so we click on that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to lighten this up quite a bit, just so it's a little bit of an off-white color. There we are. Hit OK, and as you can see, it has changed the color of the actual page, and that's exactly what we want to do. Now let's go over here to Insert. We need to go here to Picture. We go this device. Now what we need to do is go down here to where it says Book. If you remember, we're in the actual desktop section. We go down here to Book Cover. We go to this one. Go to this one, and we want to add this particular one here in. And by rights, it will fit directly over the top of that page. Now, what we want to do is right-click on the actual image itself. Go over here to where it says Picture Format. We click on that there. Now, over to the right-hand side, you see all these icons. We click on the far end one right here. And then down here, third one down, you'll see where it says Picture Transparency. We click on that. And then we go here and we lighten this up. And as you can see, I'm going to take it up to about 80%, give or take. And that will now, I'll still be able to see my spine size, but then I'll know where to work. I know where I'm working. I can put everything inside where it's meant to go. I'm supposed to keep everything inside here and here, or inside here and here, and not go across the bleed. Okay, so let's now insert some images. I have a couple of images. Now, if you remember, I actually created an image last week in last week's video, and this is the reason why I created that image. So we're going to go here to Insert, we're going to go to Picture, we're going to go to this device, go back to where we were, go to the desktop, scroll back down to the very bottom to where I had the line rule page 8.5. As you can see, it's a PNG, so we want that one. And this is the image we saved. I'm going to expand that up just a little bit so it makes it a bit bigger. And keep that above the line so as it looks a bit nicer. That will do. And we'll make that a little bit more central. Actually about around about there. That'll do. Okay. So I'm going to be adding a bit of text right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is go here to Home. I'm going to go back over to Shapes. I'm going to click on that section just there, and I'm going to scroll, take this and take it across to about there. I'm going to make sure it's there, and I'm going to type here something like live life to the full. Now, I'm going to highlight over the top of that. And I want to go here, permanent marker. So we go PER, permanent marker, and there we have it. Now, that's pretty good. Let's have a look and see if that's perfectly inside the line. I'm happy with that. Now, another one we want to do is we want to add another image. We're going to hit here. I already have actually what I have is a vector image, which I got from Pixabay. And you can get some free vector images from there. Now I'm going to go here, make sure you download it as a vector because that keeps its ratio. So we're going to go here to this device, scroll back down, and I do believe it is right above the first one I had. Now as you can see, it's a beautiful vector image. I'm just going to get hold of this and I'm going to shrink that down, and this way you don't lose the perspective. I'm going to get hold of this one, take it up here. I'm going to take this to the end of the page. Click up here. Oops, move that across just a little bit more, that'll do. Click off the page. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to crop this. by clicking on the actual image. We go to the picture format section. We click on this button right there, and it allows us to come up. Make sure that the T comes along, and then you bring that across, and you can take it across to the edge of the book. If you go like that, you can now see that's how it looks. Now, of course, a little bit of that's going to be cropped off by the sheer fact that you're going to have the cut just there, but that's okay. It's not a vitally important part of the book anyway, so that's okay. So another thing we're going to do is we're going to now put in another bit of text. We're going to go here. I'm now going to add a bit of text here by adding that there. Going from here to here. In fact, I like to expand it out to the actual bleed, so as it covers it and makes it more central. Centralize that, expand that up to about 36, 32, 36, I think 32 we'll start off with. If I need to expand it, I can. And then I'm going to just type in here 160 page line ruled journal. Then go down next line with red margin. That's good. Now I don't like that font, so I'm going to just adjust that a little bit. I'm going to go down to maybe let's have a look here. Arial black sound looks good. I might bring that down because it's too high up. There we are. You don't want to go too high above it. You can even leave it inside there if you wish to. It doesn't really matter. In fact, it would probably stand out more if it was there. You can also change the color if you wish to. You can do whatever you like. Change the different fonts. It's up to you how you want to do it. So I think that looks good. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is highlighting over the top of this one. And I'm going to go Control C. Now I'm going to insert another text box. And I'm going to go Control V. Now I'm going to make this all one line. And this way, it'll hopefully be able to fit inside the spine. Now I know that 18 is too big for that spine measure, so I'm going to take that down to about 12. I'm pretty certain that will be fine. So let's take that a bit closer to where we, whoops a daisy. Let's undo what we just did. There we go. Click on that, drag that across, and what we're going to have to do is turn this around. We're grabbing that little hot circle just there and spinning around till we have it there. Now I know that looks a little bit off center, but you take that to the center of the page and you'll notice it's actually not off center. It's exactly in line with a straight page. And there we have it. Now the next thing we need to do is go delete that there. We now just that one page there. We click on the actual page and we hit delete. Now my suggestion would be you can write inside this section here and only up to where the barcode is. You don't want to cover where the barcode is. And this way you have something which is going to be pretty good. You want to be able to SEO it. So by doing that, by adding extra text here, you can actually add more SEO to your book. Now, what we're going to do is click on here and we're going to delete this page right here. And this is what you get left behind. Now I'm going to now take that up just a little bit higher. Don't particularly like it there, so that looks good. And we'll just leave it like that. Now we're going to go Control A, and what that does is it selects it all. We want to be able to select it all. Now what I'm also going to do, let me just double check something here for 1 second. Yeah, no, I did. Okay, so before I do that, I'm going to click on the background here. I'm going to go back over here to shape format. One thing I just noticed is I hadn't removed the outline, so I'm going to remove the outline just there. That's better. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go Control A, then I'm going to go Control G. Now what G does is it groups it all together. Now I'm going to click over the top of one of these things here, highlight over the top of it, and we're going to scroll down, right click, scroll down, and where it says Save as Picture, we click on that. and I'm going to do this to my desktop, and I'm going to call this one 160 page notebook 8.5 by 11, and we're going to get rid of the PDF section there because we don't want to do that, because we're going to be saving this as a PNG image. So that's what we're doing. So we're saving this as a PNG. So it's 160 page. I might call this journal notebook. And make sure it's on my desktop, which it is. We hit save as. Now that's all we're going to be doing for this particular video. In the next video, which will be for tomorrow, we're going to be looking at uploading this into Amazon KDP as a completed product. Now I might add a little bit more text inside here just to fill it out a little bit more, make it look a little bit more professional. And I might even, I could add more images here. I could add a background image of a desk or something along those lines. You can make it as pretty as you want. Now the prettier, the more eye-catching it is, the better it's going to be for you, because what's going to happen is it's going to allow people to get more involved in it and go, oh, I like the look of that, I'll buy that. So the prettier you make it, the better it's going to be for you. But right now, because this is just a how-to video, I'm just giving you the nuts and bolts of how to do it. So tomorrow, as I said, we will be uploading this, and I'll be doing the keyword research. I'll be showing you various tools on how to do keyword research on Amazon and the various tools that I use. Okay guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, by the way, please consider smashing the like button, as well as subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you can be notified whenever we upload more videos. Hey, and while you're at it, why not share? Okay guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.